I have concerns for the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated remake. A lot of concerns, actually, so let's talk about it.
Whoa!
What's up guys, Canadian Guy here, and back with a bit of a different video. As you know, on this channel, we talk about a lot of nostalgic content, especially when it comes to remakes and remasters. I've been known to talk about Crash and Spyro, but I've also dived into Final Fantasy VII and Medieval. Now, there's been a slew of other remakes and remasters that seem to be on the way. Now, one that most people thought that I would cover on the channel would be the new SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Yet, as you can tell from my recent library of videos, I've not talked about it nearly at all. So, recently, a new trailer for Battle for Bikini Bottom has dropped. More screenshots and just overall more stuff has come out. And we finally got a release date finalized, which is June 23rd, 2020. And the overall hype has started to grow for the game. But why haven't I exactly been reporting or talking about this game?
So if you guys didn't know, I went to PAX East this year, and they actually had Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated there. And I wanted to get my first-hand experience before I started talking about it on the channel. So I went during media hour and I walked up to the THQ Nordic booth and I actually got to play the first 15 minutes. And it was rough. It was definitely not polished and made me very concerned for the game and its development. So the reason why I haven't been talking too much about it on the channel is exactly because of that. I'm very concerned with its development. I didn't want to get everybody excited and hyped up and get myself excited and hyped up for a game that I was actually concerned about in terms of how it's going to end up looking like and how it's going to play.
Oh yeah, by the way, don't mind the self-isolation haircut and self-isolation attempt at a beard. I'm trying something out. It's not working out so far, but hey, I'm trying something. Anywho, back to the video. Now, I will say the build that I played was the alpha build, which means it still was relatively in early development, so keep that in mind. Nonetheless, in the alpha build that I played, the levels still looked gorgeous and had such a huge pop of color, and it truly did look magical. But the more I played, the more things started to feel, well, really unpolished. The jumps that SpongeBob was doing were very floaty, the attacks felt kinda slow, and the overall feel of the game was really, well, underwhelming and honestly kinda clunky. Now, I can also testify to this. While I was playing the game, people were actually stopping midway through the demo that they lined up for and waited and just left. They just dropped the controller and left. Now, the demo was only 15 minutes long, or when you beat the first boss, so whichever came first, that was the end of the demo. Like I said, it was an alpha build, so you can't judge a game by that early of a build. Well, there was an appointment-only time block that I unfortunately could not get into that actually showed off a much more updated and more recent build. In fact, it was apparently 1 year more of work added to that build than the build that I got to play. Now, like I said, I couldn't get into it, but someone else did, Beta64. Now, he sent out a bunch of tweets about his thoughts on the demo that he got to play. Here is what he said. I played SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Very pretty, very unfinished. Wasn't much new stuff. No new voiceovers was the biggest shock. Though jumps are floatier now, it's easier to throw melons. More animations, and the leaked release date wasn't far off from what I'm told. According to the THQ guy I had show me the demo, there will be no new voiceovers in SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Only thing that will be recorded is for the scrap levels that they're adding in. Mr. Krabs' voice will not be changed. To make things fit in a short tweet, played the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom press-only demo. It is very unfinished. It will release very close to the leaked date. There will be little to no new voice acting. Nickelodeon's decision. Floatier jumps done because they believe it's easier to control. New levels will be about 10 minutes of gameplay. Multiplayer mode is only allowed for a new hard mode. New animations are used for talking that can be more expressive. They are looking at how the players react to the demo to help polish the game. I can answer more questions if you have them. This was back on February 29th. So again, I'm not trying to hate on the game. A lot of concerns that Beta 64 had, I had as well. Also, finding out that Discount Mr. Krabs is still in the game is kinda a questionable choice overall. Actually, no, it's not questionable, it's a very poor choice.
Now, actually, in terms of pricing, they are actually doing a really good job with it. They're pricing the game at $30. So, meanwhile, yes, we're not really getting too much, if at all, new voice acting. It is a budget title, and even more of a budget than both the Spiral Reignited and Crash Insane trilogies. But the problem comes when we talk about the special editions. So Battle for Bikini Bottom has two special editions coming. They have the Shiny Edition, and they have the FUN Edition. And their prices are... they're a thing. They're very much a thing. The Shiny Edition costs $150. It comes with a statue, stickers, lithographs, and stuff like that, and the statue is only 9 inches tall. Now, to give you guys a bit of a comparison, the Funko Pops behind me, one Funko Pop is about 6¼ inches tall. So a Funko Pop and a half in terms of height and material. So 9 inches isn't the craziest of heights. Now, like I said, the game's value is only about $30. So that means that all the content that you get, THQ thinks that it's valued, for a consumer to buy at least, at $120. Now that's kind of a steep price, to be honest, for a collector's edition for a game like that. But it gets even worse with the FUN edition. The Fun edition doesn't cost a fun amount. It costs $300 American. That's legitimately insane, to be honest. $300, you get 3 of those statues, again, the 9-inch tall, you get keychains, stickers, lithographs, and all the little bonus content, I guess. Nothing in-game, just pictures and stickers and postcards or whatever. $300 American dollars is a lot of money. And then, once again, once you compare that to the actual price of the game, which is $30, that's $270 for all that content. That's insane. Oh yeah, I forgot socks. It comes with socks. Both editions come with socks. Sorry, there's the value right there. The value's in the socks. Now, to give you an idea about the price of the collector's editions, I had gotten the Days Gone collector's edition. It came with a steelbook, it came with pictures, keychains, patches, and of course the statue, and a whole bunch of in-game deluxe content. And in Canadian, it cost about $180 Canadian for the whole thing. And to be honest, I just felt that the value of this was a lot better because, again, it was a AAA $60 game. So when you take the $60 off the top right away, you're sitting at about $120 for a statue, a whole bunch of exclusive content. It's still a little pricey, but not as close to as bad as what Battle for Bikini Bottom is doing. To give another comparison, the Spiral Collector's Edition that only came out in Australia actually came with a steelbook, it came with a key ring, it came with 3 collectible art cards, and of course the game included as well. And to be honest, it only cost, to my knowledge, when translated over to American pricing, only about $70 approximately. So it was, if the game was originally about $40, then the game was, it's about $30 worth of stuff, maybe $25 worth of stuff, and a reasonable pricing, to be honest.
See, I'm scared that THQ and Viacom are trying to make bank on these remakes while doing minimal work and then creating special editions to push the income even more on people who have such a nostalgic love for this game before it even comes out, and they just panic buy it. Because $300 for a special edition like that is really too expensive in my opinion. You could buy a PlayStation 4, you could buy an Xbox, you could buy a Switch for that amount of money, and for it to just be on a $30 base game is really ridiculous in my opinion.
Now, I still have high hopes for the game. The new trailer came out, and I saw it, and it looks pretty good. Some of the issues that I had before seem to have been fixed a little bit, but of course, that could be adjusted in the trailer and not in the actual game. It's really kind of crummy because I really hope that this game does really well, because I would love for more remakes and remasters of fantastic games from the past to come back. But when you get games like this where it at first kind of feels like they're kind of just banking on nostalgia and just kind of making a quick remake or to make a quick buck off of it, it kind of comes off as disingenuous and kind of low quality, and that will deter the industry as a whole from not remaking games. I don't know, that's just my thoughts though. I really don't want this game to do bad. I want it to do really well. I'm just giving my thoughts and opinions on it. But what do you guys think? Comment below and let me know.
A huge thank you to all those who support the channel through Patreon and being a sponsor on the channel. If you'd like to help it out, check out the links in the description below, where you can buy some CGE merch or become a Patreon. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming and nostalgic content. Thank you so much everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video.